was the driver. Whoa. Yo, man, I tell you, this is crazy to me. The hate be real, the jealousy be real. Man, it's a shame. It's a dirty shame. But guess what? Can't run from a death penalty, a life sentence. So, you know, he better get used to that. Them 4 walls. Them 3 meals. And I don't even think out there they even get conjugal visits in Texas. Another one bites the dust. Yes, indeed. And there's going to be another one and another one and another one and another one. And who all was involved in my son's murder is going to go down. Trust and believe. Look at my baby.
First lit. I'm me addicted to that baggy like a surf stick, huh? Just like a kiss. Fuck the bag, I ain't learn shit. Yeah. Huh? Come shiny, you get took, nigga. Oh.
I want to say when Shooter Gang Coney got his chain confiscated.
Okay, I love how you always say confiscated instead of stole or took.
Confiscated. It was confiscated. So, you know, I think that's more.
So you have personal allegiances with Shooter Gang?
Absolutely.
Ah, okay. So that's where your heart truly lies.
Definitely. I was definitely on the Mozzy bandwagon for sure. And then what took it, you know, now, today, no.
Today, no.
Today,
no.
Today, no.
But back then,
Back then, yeah.
When did you have a change of heart?
So, you know, with Sugar Gang Coney, it was deeper than the surface. It was like, make it make sense. But I know what led up to that. You know, like nobody knows that Mozzy and Mozzy jumped June on the beat in Texas before they parted ways. Nobody knows that. I never exposed that. It's like, it's more to that story. So with Sugar Gang Coney and Mozzy, I seen the tension coming. It wasn't, so when it happened, it wasn't, but I feel like Mozzy waited until like certain individuals were gone to do it. But him doing that, he forgot who was still a part of Shooter Gang that still had some type of say so in regards to the politics in Oak Park, in regards to Zilla or whatever the case may be. So Mozzy's really Zilla. But when he did that to Coney, it was when everybody was either passing away, going to jail for a long time. Like, I feel like, and it really wasn't Mozzy. I feel like Mozzy was venting to Mozzy. And then, like, Mozzy was just like, okay, we're in the studio. Okay, like, they literally come to the studio. No, I'm telling you guys this. This is what happened.
Okay,
they come to the studio. Okay, they come. Shooter Gang Coney, Shooter Gang Fleecy, Ezzy Marcus. He's with some people from Frank Lone. They're already in the studio in LA. Mozzy and Mozzy come to the studio with B.O.E. Mumu. They all come to the studio. And then Mozzy comes and he sits down. Mozzy does what he does. Eric. And he sits down and he's like,
This is weird.
Eric. And he sits down and he's like, he's just staring at everybody. And then like everybody's looking. And then something was said. And then Mozzy's like, we started Shooter Gang. And then Shooter Gang Fleecy just comes in. Boom! Like, and then Mozzy, and then here comes Mozzy coming for Shooter Gang Coney, and then it just was a mess. So yeah. So then Uzi Marcus is trying to break it up, and
you're there?
No.
Or you just heard about it?
No, I heard. I know exactly what happened. Like both sides told the same story.
Okay.
So I know it's factual. I mean, some might have twisted it a little bit, but
right.
So that yeah.
Yeah, because the last time I interviewed Shooter Gang Coney, it was
he
like
didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, well, I didn't know enough to be able to press him and be like, okay, tell me what really happened. You know, but
Yeah.
like, I had like a little tiny. I'm like, oh, okay, he fell out with Mozzy. He doesn't wear the chain anymore. So I like asked him about it, but I let him get away with like giving me like a bullshit answer, which fair enough. You know, you're not supposed to talk about street shit, so that's cool. But
I've seen that. I've seen that. He didn't want to really talk about it. And no, that's what happened. And it that is the reason why there's bloodshed in Oak Park until this day.
Murder suspect returned to Montgomery County. Article summary. Suspected gang-related murder extradited to Montgomery County with $1 million bond. Vashon Johnson, 25, was fatally shot in Montgomery County, Texas, leading to the arrest of Nashad Scruggs, a suspect with a criminal history linked to a Sacramento-based gang after a complex investigation involving tracing multiple vehicle transactions and collaborative efforts with the local and California authorities. Scruggs was apprehended in California and extradited to face murder charges with his bond set at $1 million. And we're just going to keep on reading. I don't know what the heck this got to do with nothing. Bruh, get the hell off of this. Man, God, I hate this. On November 1st, 2023, at approximately 2:30 p.m., Montgomery Sheriff's Office deputies responded to the 2100 block of Bitterroot Drive in reference to an assault with firearm. Upon arrival, deputies observed 25-year-old Vashon Johnson lying in a driveway with multiple gunshot wounds. Life-saving measures were unsuccessful. Detectives with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office Homicide and Violent Crimes Division, along with crime scene investigators and the Montgomery County District Attorney's Office, began their investigation. The investigation revealed that a Pontiac Grand Prix was following Johnson just down the street from his home. Nashad Scruggs exited the vehicle and began to chase Johnson while firing shots at him. When Johnson fell in the driveway, Scruggs stood over him and continued to fire. With a nearby security camera, detectives were able to obtain a license plate number and registration. However, that is where the real hard work started. The vehicle had been sold 4 times to different individuals, each having to be located and interviewed by detectives. The last buyer was identified as Scruggs. What? Who purchased the vehicle after tracking toll records. Detectives were able to identify the vehicle in the area of the shooting several times in the prior days. They were also able to track the vehicle sale, which was done on a Cash App account. However, that Cash App account was fraudulent and belonged to an elderly man in Minnesota. Further investigation revealed the suspect was a part of a gang based out of Sacramento, California. After reviewing multiple cell phones tied to the investigation and working extensively with local and California authorities, that Scruggs came to Porter to kill Johnson. On June 4th of 2025, a warrant was issued for Scruggs and signed by Judge Grant. Scruggs was arrested in California and returned to Montgomery County. A bond of $2,500,000 was recommended by the district attorney's office. However, Judge Grant set the bond at $1 million. In addition, it was discovered that Scruggs was wanted in Harris County also for the unlawful carrying of a weapon from July 2021. In that case, he fought with the Harris County deputy who tried to arrest him on a possession charge. During the struggle, Scruggs attempted to pull a Glock from his backpack. That bond was set in Harris County at $100. Scruggs, who was 31 years old, had a criminal history in Harris County since 2011, including assault of a public servant, which was dismissed, several other assaults, drug charges. God.
This just in, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office released a photo tonight of a car they're looking for in connection with a deadly shooting in Porter this afternoon.
Maria Aguilera live in that neighborhood tonight where neighbors are in shock. Maria?
Lenmia officials tell us the victim likely lived in this neighborhood, but tonight they have not released his name. They say it's still early in the investigation and that there are a lot of missing pieces. Right now, their focus is catching the shooter. Hours after deputies swarmed this neighborhood, investigators remain here tonight. closing roads and searching for evidence for hours.
Incidents like these, the residents are normally always pretty shook up.
Sheriff's deputies found the man shot multiple times. Bullet casings littered the home's front yard.
Once we get the suspect identified, it'll help us clarify a lot of stuff.
Investigators tell us tonight it's likely the suspect and victim knew each other. They believe the pair got into some sort of argument. Then one pulled a gun and opened fire. The suspect left in this vehicle, a gray Pontiac sedan with dark tinted windows. Officials releasing this photo late tonight, asking the community for help. It's unclear what exactly led to this shooting, leaving a young man dead. There are questions that still need answers tonight, like how the victim and suspect knew each other, why they were in this neighborhood, and whether the suspect